Hello and welcome to another set of turns of Dominions 5. I'm the False God. We are playing today as Phaeacia. We are jumping in on turn 18. Let's see. Just gotten back from my vacation and my stuff is all sort of out of place. Got to get it all back where it should be. Normally, you think you might do that before starting the video, but we just jump right in. We found a Canyon of Wild Winds that is +2 air, so that's great. We also found a convent. This is hilarious. This recruits nuns and sisters. Now, both of these are disease healers. The sister is sacred. The nun is a priest level 1. Disease healer is pretty nice. Also very amusing that because they are sacred, they get enlarged. So these are some large nuns, which is pretty amusing. We have a couple of battles on the throne. And unfortunately, you can see we win the first one, obviously. But we've got a bump with Allegra, we've just sent in these mercenaries. And they have a tyrant with a black steel full plate who has a whole buff script. And that's going to be problematic for us, especially our units that best could have gotten there we had on hold. So we'll fast forward here, but look at that. He just went right through him. The fire shield is going to make mincemeat. And we dealt 7 points of damage. Looks like we maybe got him for another 2 there. But yeah, unfortunately, this Flagrant Tyrant's going to make pretty short work of us. So we are not going to get the throne. We had an unlucky event which destroyed our temple and killed 700 people. So that sucks. And we got attacked by sea trolls. And our Water 3 is here. And he's gonna valiantly try and water strike them, but he's not gonna be sufficient, and he is going to be killed. Now, unfortunately, this is gonna take us a long time to fix because we don't have a big underwater presence right now. We could start to recruit indies, but I think our indies are gonna have a really hard time without mage support on killing these water trolls underwater. So it's going to be a hot minute till we get this resolved. We also are spending all of our gold sort of dealing with land problems. Okay, so we can see that Phalegra has moved his army back. Nazca has got their forces assembled. And we are moving in fresh legions to meet on Knobville. We've got 30 guys here. We've got 50 guys here. We already have some 80 guys here, and then another 30 guys. So we're just sending out, wave after wave of men at them while we try and take care of our other site searching. This moving here is a little aggressive. That's in range probably, or very nearly in range of these condors if they wanted to come and attack us. So that's a little dicey. But otherwise, we're going to try and just keep site searching, keep exploring. We're making an owl quill over here, costing us only 3 gems because we have a forge bonus of 1 and we're on our steel ovens. So we're going to try and get a little bit of extra research that way. Don't know that we're casting any other cool spells, just sort of researching. We've got a diseased unit here. She was in the lab that blew up. But we're going to go ahead, hopefully, and eventually get some of these nuns and get a temple built here and get that healed up. Let's see, are we doing anything else cool? No, not really. Unfortunately, I still didn't really know about maybe trying these guys in a skirmish mode to try and get better surrounds on the birds. So we're still just in regular boxes. But we're trying to reassemble here, and then we're going to push forwards again. Now, we still have a problem that there's a stone Huaca as their god here, and that's not easy for us to kill. with what we've got. We're going to need to get an item from Phalegra or someone else, a smasher, or we're going to need to try and get some more research or something, but it is going to be difficult for us. But I think that's this turn. Let's go ahead and jump into turn 19. You'll notice I did slightly clean up some of my turns. All right, we've got a battle. We get attacked by Nazca on our fortress. We did not have anybody patrolling, so there's nobody to deal with that. But we can see that there's a pretty good number of Nazcans here, as well as there's a Huron priest and an Inca. So there is 62 units here, of which 60 are non-mage sacreds. There's 62 of these are sacred. I think this, yeah, it's a priest, so he's sacred too. And they easily kill our PD, whatever. Misfortune +3, excellent. Nature Gems +5 is nice. So we're under siege here, but all of our troops are inside the walls. So we're going to go ahead and break siege and try and kill this Nazcan force, who they flew right over us. If they do stick around, we have an excellent chance if we can route, even if we don't kill them, if we route them, they currently don't own any of the surrounding provinces. So that would be sad times for them. If we can pull that off. Phalegra has moved 320 helots up to hopefully go and pressure the capital. So they may also just withdraw here. It'd be nice to kill them. It'd be nice if they withdrew. Either could work for us. Fortunately, this dude is diseased over here as well. There's some kind of a death site somewhere around here. But we're going to try and get the nuns together. And at some point, yeah, we're sending this dude to go and build a temple. So we'll try and save this guy's life. Right, because the temple costs us 500 gold. This guy costs 370 gold himself. And we're going to get the Save a Colossi Weaver, probably. Plus, they just have general uses. So I think we're going to be pretty happy to put a temple here. I'm not going to put a whole fortress on it, though. Our other problem is, as always, that our neighbor is looking kind of scary. 120 units here. And a small force here. We could definitely, if we get pressured by Shinyama, that could be problematic. Kalem, we don't see too much danger. We see their god. I don't remember if we've seen him before, but the rock from the sky. So yeah, we're gonna try and let's see if we can get a big fight here on turn 20 coming up. Sacred Crusade turn 20. All right, so we finished some. Oh shit, we'll look at research, I suppose, here too. Some thrones are claimed, and we got a battle. Let's see if Nazca stuck around. They did. Some of them did. So you can see there's Sapayas left. I don't know exactly the logic on leaving a smaller force here. And not the whole force, but we have a great blob. With most of our mages protected, hopefully, on the inside. We're doing aim and like lightning bolts and false fetters, I believe, still. They're doing divine blessing. Who's preparing to cast Gift of Flight? Why are we doing that? That's not going to go well. Zoom out for a minute here. Here they come. We are mostly still have our mages protected. This guy's in some danger. But they're going to land in the back, and we're going to run in from there. But you can see our numbers are pretty overwhelming here. And with the help of our false fetters and lightning bolts, we're making our way right through these Nazcans. So we lost 1 mounted commander and 16 light infantry, and we killed 35 sacreds. And I believe they had nowhere to retreat to, so they also lost their Inca in the retreat. So that's pretty nice. This had Misfortune, so it's now at Misfortune 3, or Misfortune event. More Misfortune. It's the worst part of Misfortune 2 is sometimes it knocks you into Misfortune 3. Because Misfortune 2 is very good. It's not that bad. Okay, not very good. Misfortune 2 is not that bad. Misfortune 3 sucks. We can also see that Nazca is now being besieged by the Helot army, which is now 190 units. I think before it was 320, so they may have experienced some heavy losses here. We're trying to get our we at this point we're like maybe we can like dom kill them, so that's what my prophet's doing over here. See if we can't push our Dominion and try and knock Nazca out. On the other hand, Nazca at this point is pretty beat up, so there isn't necessarily a huge rush for them to actually be dead, right? Like if Phalegra just spends if at this point I'm not worried about Nazca, I don't really need Phalegra to have an extra capital and gems. So the longer he sits there, not sieging or not capturing it, would be good for us. Because yeah, I don't know. There should be probably Gigantes here. Oh, there's the Draken is here. Yeah, Gigante warriors. I don't know. I don't know if he has enough to kill the Stone Huaca or not. So we'll find out if he decides to go for it. We can see there's still indies over here, which I should probably go and take, even though they're outside of my little sphere of influence. But I took this one, which is outside of my sphere, so you know, it is what it is. Continuing to do research. Let's see. We've got our big force. We're moving up over here, and we're going to try and secure this, which I don't need this many forces to do. So I think this is an inefficiency. There's a question like Nazca could still break out here, but I could have probably sent fewer guys, especially because I'm sending them into a swamp where they're going to get diseased, which is kind of dumb. But they probably could have gone to take a throne, which would have been more productive use of their time. But what are you going to do? We're making some more owl quills to help that research. Our economy is still great. We're still producing a mage out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forts every turn. So our research is doing, I think, pretty good. Go ahead and look at the score graphs. Yeah, I mean, we definitely have some inflection here. So that's pretty nice. And you can see, even though we've experienced losses with our army, we're still very much on the upward trend line. For research, we're going to go ahead and finish up Conjuration 5 in 2 turns, and then Construction 4. And then I think, we'll see where we go from Construction 4. Eventually, once we get, if we can find an Earth 2, if we get lucky or find one, then they can make boots, and then we can make hammers to go with our site. But for now, we have kind of the basics we need to fight. Conjuration 5, big elementals, obviously. Oops. It's going to give us the big elementals, which I think is about the only thing. Theoretically, maybe there's like a Raven Feast opportunity in the future as well. I think that's all we can really probably muster. It'll give us big water elementals, which could help a lot to reclaim our underwater province as well. But Nazca is looking pretty sad. Their capital's under attack. They haven't got much territory left. I feel, it's tough, right? When you pick Nazca, you kind of expect to get coalitioned, but it never feels great. But yeah, they're in some pretty sad times. I think they took some victories off of us, but with pretty high attrition. I don't know. I haven't played Nazca before. I'm not sure if they were sort of playing it correctly or not. I also don't know that they could have chosen not to fight us. Obviously, we chose to fight them, so they're just doing the best, obviously, what they have. I don't know about this flunge over here onto our fort. Either commit to it and keep everybody there, or don't do it. But leaving some of them there didn't make a lot of sense. Not sure quite what happened, because it obviously just lets them die more easily. But it is what it is. Gonna go get our nuns. We're still producing troops all over the place, so we'll be ready for whatever comes next. So So, okay. I think we'll go ahead and call it here. This has been like 3 turns. Bit of a shorter episode, but we're winning this war without really being a part of it. Unfortunately, also, like, when we look at what we've won, we won a wasteland and another wasteland and a swamp. Now, this swamp, though, does contain shamans. So that is worth the price of admission. I don't know exactly how much gold in soldiers' lives we paid, but the shamans are worth it. So we got to go get somebody building Fort Lab Temple over here when we get the chance. We'll probably wait a little bit. I'd like to make sure that Nazca isn't going to beat Phalegra here, or doesn't have some other random options for taking this away from us. So we'll look to do that in the future. But in any event, we'll go ahead and call it here. So thanks everybody for joining me, and I will see you all in the next one.